Alright, let's learn how to make triangular peyote. Sounds like a tricky word, but in essence what it means is a stitch like this. It's a modified circular peyote stitch where you increase only in 3 directions. And while this stitch is, well, firstly it's very fun to make. You can have cool geometrical patterns, and also if you do it double-sided you get a very nice thick feeling charm element which you can use for earrings or pendants for a necklace. Alright, so let's jump into it. For the base row, put 3 beads on thread and tie them together into a loop. Your diagonals will start increasing from these spaces over here. To start with the action, go through the next bead to end up in the space here. For the ease of demonstration, I will be using these super-sized beads so that you will be able to see what I'm doing without squinting. So just add 2 beads between every single one from the base row. Like so. And for the final one, you can remember this as well, that every time you finish a row, you end up exiting in the middle of the first tip here. So this is the last bead of the row and I exit from the next one, which is the middle of the tip. And pull tight. And there you have 2 rows completed. From now on, you actually start having the standard peyote on the sides. For the sides, I will do purple. But firstly, I increase because I can see I've previously done that in this part. Whenever you're confused doing triangular peyote, then you can always follow this previous row because the increases are directly on top of each other. So here I increase the tip. And now I'm between these 2 diagonals, which is where I start doing the standard peyote with just 1 bead. Like so. I'm now in the tip. You guessed it, 2 beads. Pull tight in the middle of the tips. So this is where the normal peyote is. From the tip, again 2 beads. And from the final side, I end up here, but exit in the middle of the next tip. Like that. Boom. That's it. 3 rows completed. Now it starts getting really fun because there are many patterns online where you can see these cool patterns. So between the tips you have the standard peyote, and this is what we start seeing over here as well. For simplicity I will just keep it as purple, but this is why I like doing this pattern in general, because I can do patterns in the sides. And here you can see you have more playground already with the standard peyote with more purple. Increase in the tip. Standard peyote on the sides. Increase at the tip. And standard on the sides. And exit from the middle of the next tip. There, 4 rows completed. You can now keep continuing to infinity, make a blanket of a triangular shape if you wish. But for now I will just presume that I will have enough rows for my pattern or for the earring. And I want to make the final row to actually make it look like a triangle. So for this, you no longer increase by 2, but you just add this 1 bead in the tip. That really defines the shape, as you can see that there's a sharp edge now. And for the final row, then just remember 1 bead everywhere. No more increasing. Like so. Side note, it is so satisfying to bead with extra size beads. Almost a shame it's not socially acceptable to wear jewelry made from this. Maybe it should be. And the final side. There! That is a nice looking triangle, if I say so myself. Okay, so you can keep now this element as it is already. For toho beads or delica beads, it will look very neat. But what I usually like to do is to actually make it double-sided. For this, I will make the same thing all over again to match the back side. I will fast forward to that point. Alright, I've now made the back piece as well, using the same method I did the front piece with. The only difference is that I did not do the final row with 1 bead everywhere, but the increased number of rows should be equal. So here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of increases in the diagonal, and on the back piece as well, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. So these pieces are now compatible to be placed upon each other, like so. Satisfying. So here you can see that if you start connecting, it perfectly lines up with a zigzag. Now let's put these two together. You connect with the tip piece of the front, and you go back here, and you pull it together in the center. In the sides you do a zigzag, like so. I'll just, for the first row, pull them apart like this. So, back piece, front piece, back piece, front piece. You go to the tip, pull tight, and from the tip, like so, pull it in the middle so that both sides share this one tip. Rotate. Now it's just a matter of zigzagging your way through. Tip, pull tight, and connect. It's quite important for this connecting row to keep proper tension. That makes sure that this element is nice and sturdy. Like so. And finishing up where we started. And for extra strength. Just go back here again. You can see that the tension wasn't quite ideal here, so you can just do it all over again to tighten it up. There! Look how sturdy is this pancake. So this is now a chunky version of this one. It's completely fine to just do one-sided, but I find that it just gives added quality if it has a double side effect. Now if you want to make this into an earring, you can add a jump ring in this center bead over here, or if you want to make it into a pendant, you can start doing brick stitch from this bead up, for example. Or also an option is to like take 4 beads or so and go through the same bead to create a loop for your pendant to go into. That's completely a creative choice of yours. But yeah, this was triangular peyote stitch. Hope you have fun with it.